Hello, hello, and welcome back to Rimworld on Last Pixels Standing. So, last time we've gotten our colony pretty nicely up and running. We got a few things that are getting finished up. We had some raiders attack us. Their bodies are still sitting out here. We had the beavers who came in, which I have marked completely for hunting, which will get us a lot of meat. And we have them finishing up these rooms, which will give us two more bedrooms. Well, actually, one bedroom and one prison, because we currently have all five bedrooms taken up. Unless we get another colonist, then I have to expand again. And this, which will be more along the lines of just a generalized production room, sculptor table. I may move the research table in there, but I think it's fine there, and all sorts of other things. But one of the biggest things is that I've had a few requests. So we have Amelia Engie Fleiss. So I'm going to change this dear maiden into my real life friend Beth, who wants her name in here. My friend Aldrahill, who also is a fellow YouTuber, so if you want, go check him out. He does Rimworld, he does Hearts of Iron 4, he does the Mountain Blade Warband, he does a lot of different series, and I've played with him on his Twitch channel. I've talked to him plenty about this game, and he requested specifically that he become our cook. And as you can see, when it comes to cooking, Gavril is the man. He's very burning passionate about it, and he currently has a much higher cooking stat than anybody else by far. So, Aldrahill, you are now our cook, and a new fan of the series also requested his name be put in. So, Squigs, here you go. You get Jack. Jack actually is one of my favorite characters too. Aldra wanted the cook, so I gave him that. But personally, Squigs, you get Jack, who has some of the best stats I can imagine here. His animal skill is out of sight. His shooting and melee are really nice for early, and he's my best constructor for the most part. So, happy with that. He also grows a lot of stuff. So you're going to have a lot of work to do. So we are going to get on with it here. Now, I don't want to put too much else into the construction queue because we already have this stuff that still needs to be worked on. The trees all up here have been set to be chopped down to get us the wood necessary for all this construction. And Arison's already heading up there and starting that construction up. So that's really good. Arison also is our main research person. So hopefully we'll get that done in a timely fashion. Because the microelectronics then leads to the auto turrets that I am hoping to get. And see, all my hunters here are getting through those beavers like nobody's business. That is going to feed our colony for a long time. So you can see we actually are building up a nice little grouping. It was kind of weird. The dog was sleeping in the cooler. He almost looked dead to me if I hadn't checked his health. But it seems like he's slowly recovering. Slowly recovering. I wish there was better control over the pets. Because they'll follow the person that has trained them all over the place, and they'll get in the middle of the crossfire in a raid and get very hurt, which, he is Squig's pet now, and Squigs is my best shooter, so he's always out on the front line there, which means that Norma, the dog, is also on the front lines a lot. What are you doing? Cutting... Oh, very slowly cutting this tree. They need to refill this. So as soon... Major break Happy, of course. I really want Happy to actually die, to be 100% honest. She's useless, and she is constantly having break risks. Alpha Beaver Revenge. Oh, now that is amazing. Okay, Aldra and Beth, you guys take a shot at the beaver. There you go. Don't run away. Those beavers are hardly much of a threat. And I pretty much took out their entire population before they fought back. I think... Yeah, it doesn't look like there's really any left. There might be? I'm not sure. Either way, it looks like we have a bunch of steel over here that I can pick up. Which is nice, because with all the construction of AC units and vents and such like that, it's gotten to the point where my steel is getting a little bit low. The doggy keeps sleeping over there. I should build a little bed for him. So we haven't gotten cotton grown yet, so the animal bed needs to wait a sec. But... But since he is Squig's pet, let's put a little sleeping area for him right there. And when we get the cloth, we'll build Norma a proper sleeping bed. Okay. Aldra, cut that. And immediately upon that being cut, we're going to fuel our kitchen here. That way you have a job to do. Once you get around to it, you're going to have to make some more of these meals. Because we just ran out, but we have plenty of meat. But the thing was that they were concentrating getting the wood for all the construction, which I can understand completely, but still. And Happy has been put into a daze again. Can't say I'm all that surprised. All these are still up for cutting, so that's not a problem. They're just not doing it this moment. They haven't been buried yet, though. Aldra, you're busy with that. Aronson, what are you doing? Building wooden wall. You know what? Oh, you won't do hauling. Okay. Beth, you are building that. Once the door's built, instead of going back there, prioritize burying these guys so that we don't get the... it's the minus for seeing a corpse? I think so. So, he's in there. Visitors. We have some people to trade with, finally. And we actually have a bunch of things that we could trade with them. I mean, it's still fairly limited, but those random fermenting materials, the wort, that could actually come in handy. So Squigs, I think you were my best for social. So no, Aldra, Aronson. Okay. So Aldra, you are still cooking simple meals. I'm just gonna have you take 2 seconds out, and let's see what we can get from these guys. They have some medicine, which can come in handy. I still have a little bit, but it's always good. And until we get somebody um, who can actually grow the medicinal plants, we're not going to really have much help with that. We have armor, stuff like that, not necessarily needed. Yayo, I don't need more problems, which drug addictions probably would end up being. Honestly, it doesn't look like they want much that I will give them. Oddly enough, they do want basic, simple meals, and they're actually willing to pay a pretty good price for it. Because it shows right here, prices you receive for this item. Oh no, it's pretty cheap. But still, we've got so much meat. But at the same time, that takes more away from Alderhill when it comes to time. So I'm not going to deal with that right now. Well, let's just buy some medicine off them. We got plenty of silver. And that'll work out. We got 6 more medicine. We'll have almost 20. And we won't have a problem. These are going very slowly because they have to cut them down and then do it, and then they have a lot of other jobs that they needed to do. So they're heading out. That's not a problem. Happy's still wandering around in daze, so good for her. Why in the world is there just a bunch of meat sitting on the tables here? I We have a very large cooler, guys. We can fit it. Oh, sometimes. I just don't understand some of it. And Beth is meditating. I kind of want to figure out... Okay, we got some wood. Carrying 49. How much do we need for this? 70? Yeah, the double bed's not as important. But eventually, we will move Squigs and Beth into the same room. Because they, back when it was Jack and Engie, they formed a fiancé relationship. And they actually have a small marriage spot right over here, which works out. So this room is almost done. I'm hoping that once everything is done, all the rooms, everything right here, more research, which Arison's actually been doing great with, more artistry on the sculptor's bench, and just making sure we have all the food that we need, will become just a regular thing. It won't be as much of a race to get everything done. Okay, so we got some cargo pods dropping in. It is a bunch of marble blocks. They're pretty far away, though. Well, actually, wait, no. Pfft, they're right outside the door. So that shouldn't be a problem. And it looks like we're pretty much set now. Now all I need is to build beds so that we have our medical and our prison. And they are finishing it up. Actually, okay. So we have the double bed. Beth and Squigs, both assigned to that bed. deconstruct this bed. And set this as Arison's bed. Ah, nice. Okay. So has that improved their mood? Yes, it has. And Happy is the only one wide awake at night. Why? What? Oh, just deconstructing the bed. Okay. I was gonna say, why are you just standing at the foot of their bed while they sleep? And we got new visitors too. It looks like they are from Town Councilman of Miller's District. They have some. Actually, they have some decent stuff with them. So maybe they will actually want to buy some of the random stuff that we do have. Or sell us something that's a little more useful. So Aldra, you're up again. Let's see what they want. You are my social guy. So it's pretty much the same old, same old. They have not much, honestly. Why are these so expensive? I can end up. I think I'm gonna make an electric sewing table or whatever it's called exactly to make clothes myself. Obviously, medicine. I could always just pick up the three that they have. Again, more medicine. While we don't have the ability to create our own, is probably the best. And they don't want any of the other stuff we have, and I don't really have any need for any of theirs. So that'll do me just fine. And Aldra can get back to cooking a couple meals. However, actually, wait a minute. Cleaning. Everybody's on cleaning good duty. That's good. We have electronic tailoring bench right here. And I'll probably, because we actually have more people who are decent at crafting than anything else. So let's go over to the power conduits and get one over to here. And then I'll put in a bill to start creating a couple sets of pants, shirts, hats, etc. And possibly some parkas, because it is seemingly getting a little bit into the season. And even if it doesn't get too cold during the winter, it probably gets cold enough that they're going to want something along the lines of a parka or anything. And we have more than enough leather. All the beaver skins, pig skins, capybara. See, those are another thing that I really want to sell. Once we have met some traders who are actually interested in it all, we should be able to trade off all those for a little bit of silver, not an immense amount, but not anything to laugh at. And we have a bunch of silver that just dropped into our into our area. That works for me. Just lots more money. Some of the cotton's almost grown. Same with the corn. Strawberries have a good way to go. And the potato plants. Mental break dazed. And Aldra. To be 100% honest, I didn't see that coming. I know that it's a little tough and you have a lot of work to do around the area, but I don't think it's a problem. Once he gets over it, we'll be more than set. He's making a steel sculpture. I might want to set it so that they don't make them out of steel, just wood, and, you know, I could probably allow them for stone blocks, obviously, stuff like that. We got all those marble blocks that got dropped right over here. So I imagine that'll make tons of sculptures. But I'll let him finish off that, and then these will be rotten. You don't make sculptures out of organic matter unless that's your thing. I'm gonna say don't do that. So let's take off steel, silver, and gold. But all the other stuff, to be honest, if I ever get jade and uranium down the road, I'll probably turn that off too. For now, that'll do fine. But once I can get all those sculptures in there, and put them in people's rooms, it should end up working pretty well. Where's Aldra? Aldra! Aldra, why? You're still dazed. We need you to cook. And you stripped. There's your shirt and your gun, and then your pants are over here. And Happy collapsed. Just stop being... Oh, I'm sorry, Aldra. I know that you watch my videos, so the fact that your character in the first video after renaming him went a little bit crazy is not a good sign. But hopefully all the cleaning jobs and everything else will get done once they've hit their stride a little bit. And now I can start creating gun turrets, which is amazing. I have more than enough area for batteries. I have more than enough power saved up. The only problem is going to be if they end up getting a short in the system, then the batteries get drained. Oh, and now there's a raid. What do they got? This guy looks like he'd be a superior Pilla and a Megatherium wool parka. That would actually be really nice. They don't really have much in the way of weapons, though. So where are they coming from? They're gonna have to come from the side. Sorry, Aldra, you're still all sorts of messed up. So let's get Squigs and Beth to meet up over here. You still just have a knife. And to be honest, those guys don't scare me that much. But they're coming down. So I'm gonna try to set you guys up right here. Defensible position. And you'll get some oh! You guys have been getting some really nice shots off. Okay, come on, guys. Hit him. Hit him, I know you can. Once the other guy's off, the one with the bow... Oh. Don't worry, we got medicine. Plenty of medicine. Yep, he's running. And both are injured. So that might actually... let's make that a prison, and since we have extra rooms, let's make that a prison. So that we can bring them in. They got some really nice equipment. So I think I'm actually going to have Arison take this. Let's capture him. Let's undraft you guys. Capture, undraft, and all set. Actually, you should equip this, which gives you a nice little ranged weapon, and then capture him. And then somebody's going to haul it. Aldra, stop being dazed. I'm sorry I did that. Oh, you're all better. Okay. Go wear your clothes and pick up your weapon again. Okay, what are your needs? Starving, go eat, go sleep, go do your thing, and try to feel better. I should also probably expand this stockpile zone a little bit. Mad animal. Oh, that's not good. Hakuja is no longer incapable of walking. Okay. Let's see, what do they feel like? Recruitment difficulty 99 and 99. So they're not going to get recruited. How's their health? Neither are incapable of walking. And their skills are... So I guess they would... Well, he's good at growing. But he has, like, no intention of ever joining us. I'm just going to set them for release. And that'll be it. But I'm kind of afraid of this boomalope who's coming around here. Because all I need is a boomalope just exploding an entire portion of my wall, possibly catching one of my people in the crossfire of that too. If they don't go outside the walls, though, eventually the boomalope will stop being maddened, possibly. And we don't have anything specific. Oh, but they're going to try to haul some of those marble. We'll meet that problem when we get to it head on. But either way, I think that's about it for this episode. We pretty much just beat down those raiders, no problem. That's going to be a medical. I almost forgot. Sorry, Beth. You actually... Small cut, already treated, sort of. But either way, we got a medical bed. But I think that's going to be it for this episode. We've gotten a lot of things done. All our building projects have actually been finished. We have our new electric tailoring bench, which works out pretty well. Honestly, I'll put in some pants, and parkas and shirts. That way, anybody with tattered apparel can always pick up new apparel. Unfortunately, they also degrade over time, but I can sell them to traders as well for some money, or just to, do a equal exchange of goods. So, as always, would you kindly subscribe if you could, like if you would, and I'll see you on the next episode of Rimworld here on Last Pixel Standing. Bye bye!